All right, Con, so this time we're booze cruising, huh?
Booze. I don't think you can drink this alcohol, Heist.
You know, probably not. It says alcohol, but that's, it comes in a tank car instead of a bottle, and it says it's explosive.
It's also probably grain alcohol, and it's probably meant to go in your car.
Yeah. I mean, the GTO would probably run that. It's got a carburetor. That would work.
Did they ever run alcohol burning trains? That seems like a really stupid idea.
You know, I'm gonna say no, but somebody in the comments is gonna be like, yeah, that definitely
doesn't have the fuel density. You know, that's the issue. It's like alcohol burns hot and quick. Well, cold and quick, actually.
Yeah. So I mean, somewhere, some way, probably, but not common. We'll say that.
Put your thing in. You ready? Food factory in town. Harbor in town.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
Yeah, I know I have to hook up.
I have to hook up too, and as we discussed while we were setting this mission up, I have to hook up in a worse situation than Khan because my S282 is further ahead because the track geometry meant that I couldn't put it on.
I've literally never gotten on this locomotive before. It just asked me for a tutorial, but luckily Heist showed me where all the valves are.
Oh, I didn't show you the cylinder cocks. I'm so sorry. I literally just used them. They're next to the brakes. It's a lever next to the brakes.
Oh, that is okay. I see it.
I am sorry to have lied to you.
Why is my tender brakes off by default? Let's scroll all the way down. It must be off.
When you spawn it, I think so, because you spawn with the air brakes off or on.
Okay. Injector.
Because I'm trying to move this thing and it's just not doing anything.
Yeah, I forgot that I need to put coal in the hole before I.
Yeah, coal goes in the hole, and
before I can move.
The whistle wants the beans. Come on.
Coal,
please move.
Coal. So, is this a real engine in real life? This S282?
It is a bit of an amalgamation of many different things. It's a part way American, part way European. It's not. There's no singular engine that is the S282, but it does a decent enough job at telling the story. So I quite like it. I think it's a lot.
I like the screw reverser. Big fan.
Owie. That was a spicy dunk. Oh, apparently it wasn't.
The screw reverser.
Screw reverse is neat. It's kind of wacky to me because we really don't commonly have them in the U.S. There are engines that do have them, but it's typically a European thing. I got to run a little 15-inch gauge engine within the last month or two that had screw reverse, and it was very, very nice, particularly for that engine because it was so small, it really didn't make a whole lot of power, and so you're using a big range of that as the railroad changed, which was really neat. But they suck for switching.
I just like the fact that it's got that precise gauge on it, and you could check exactly how much.
Right, you know
how much reverser you're giving it.
The percentage, Which I wonder. I'd be curious to see how Derail Valley did it because they're very good at the sim aspects of things. I don't know if they made it so that the position of the reverse actually directly sets the cutoff. Like 100% is 100% cutoff or 85% cutoff or whatever, and then 0 on the reverse is 0, because that would be incorrect with the valve gear that we have due to a lot of geometric things, or if they took into account the geometry. I would love to find out one of these days. Maybe Zybok. I'm
not gonna lie, I feel really powerful driving big choo-choo.
Dude, it feels like you're moving a building.
It really does.
It's
you got
pretty
this
great.
Big nose in front of you, and like the chuffs are mighty. And these windows are so small. They're these tiny little circular windows.
Yeah, you really don't
lead.
get to see much out of any of these locomotives. Yeah, you really got to do the old engineer's lean. So anyway, we're hauling a bunch of alcohol, a bunch of booze. I'm hauling slightly more, 588 tons to your, what is it?
540, I think, or something. Honestly, I had a 701, and Heist we tried to do the RNG respawn, and we just couldn't find another 701 for Heist, so. Yeah,
it was a bummer, but we're both running to the harbor from the food factory, so it's going to be a bit of a long haul today, so we'll see if anyone runs out of water.
Well, I am reloading.
Why is that, Con?
Apparently, I blew cylinder.
Oh, you didn't leave the cocks open long enough.
I left the cocks open for like way longer than I do on the 060, and
really?
It wasn't long enough. Like the big ones, they just have to purge for 6 years.
Were you wheel slipping a bunch or something, or like what happened? That doesn't make a lot of sense.
I blew a cylinder, 100%.
Did you have way too much water in the boiler?
Oh, I might have too much water.
If you had way too much water in the boiler, it'll prime and it'll suck water into the engine. The little one will do that too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's my injector's right full.
Oh yeah, if you just turned it on full, yeah, you definitely overcompensated.
Sick.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't just, okay. Well, yeah, I turned my injector on because I needed injector, and then I forgot to turn it off.
That is how that happens, yes.
So what can I do now? Do I just have to keep my cylinder cocks open for a while then, basically?
You'll have to keep them open for a pretty long time, and you'll probably want to use your blowdown, which is on the lubricator on the left. It's the leftmost valve there.
Just blow down a bit of the water.
Get it till you can see it in the glass.
Man, this is much more. Yeah, I'm gonna have one of those days where I run out of water before I get to the destination because I blew it all off in the. Oh, that's the blowdown. It just shoots right out. Oh my God, there's so much steam. My engine looks like it's a freaking mess.
Yep, that's how they be.
So much steam going everywhere. Okay.
Blowdowns are super, super important. Like, they're one of the most important things on the locomotive because it cleans out the boiler. It gets all the nasties out. It's not just for removing water. I mean, obviously it does that as well, but...
All right, releasing brakes. Let me go make sure my brake on the back is untied. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. I overfilled my boiler and just sucked water straight through the cylinder.
Yeah, see, steam is compressible and water is not, and therefore water is bad in the engine.
I understand. That's interesting. So it's if you literally have full water, then basically the injector or the I guess the input system in the top bell there, it just sucked water straight in through it?
In the dome, yeah. If you get the water high enough and the engine's working decently enough, you don't even have to have the water so high that it goes in. It'll actually make a vortex, and it will suck the water from the surface inside the boiler.
Power.
It has the power to suck that all the way up in. Yeah. I definitely thought I passed.
It's amazing to me that Derail Valley actually simulates that.
They went through so much time and effort to really get this game right, and I really love them for it. It's so cool.
Yeah, the fact that like the cylinder cocks actually make a huge difference, and where you put them is important.
Oh, good lord! Right. What was that sound?
You're leaving the station, I'm assuming. You're way out.
Oh god, yeah, I'm at the junction already.
Are you going up or are you
No,
going down?
I'm going down through the steel mill, the fast route. I figured I've got the extra weight, so I already had one handicap. Why add a second handicap by taking a longer route?
I think that's the direct route through the steel mill and then hook it left after the steel mill.
That probably would have been more fair, I guess, had I known you were going to restart. But here we are.
Well, I didn't realize that I accidentally overfilled the water so much.
Speaking of, I turned to go downhill, and there's no water in the glass. There's no water in the glass. There's no water in the glass. There's no water in the glass.
Blown up yet?
No, not yet. But that is for sure an empty glass.
You know, if I can make it through this whole episode without blowing up, I'll consider it a success.
Oh my god, it's bobbing in the bottom of the glass. Okay. Okay. New pants required, but I think I saved it. Cool, baby. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right. I got to remember, too, when I'm going downhill and not using
Shut the throttle off.
Wheel.
Yeah.
Throttle off.
Yep. If you don't need power, shut off the gas pedal, my friend.
Yeah. But I think I need power. I'm not going nearly fast enough.
Yeah, you probably do. Because I'm barely going downhill now. I'm actually hitting the brakes as I'm starting to skirt around.
Why did I hear a hiss?
Some madness here. Might have been your safety valve. If you got to 14 bar.
Oh, it's my safety valve. I'm at 14 bar. I was like, oh my god, what is that hissing noise?
New noise, new train. Who dis?
Yeah, new noise, new train. Please help. I thought I blew a valve or something. Well, I did blow a valve, but I thought I blew like a critical valve.
One that's not supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool. You can just turn your fire dampers down and bring your fire down a little bit.
Right. Reduce that oxygen amount, and then it's a little bit easier to deal with.
trying to get this Johnson bar close to the middle. I'm doing 40 under my own steam, but
ladies and
I feel like
gentlemen, let it be known that I have broken kAN. It's,
how so?
I also call it a Johnson bar half the time when it's just a screw reverse because it's not a Johnson bar. So it's just a reverser technically because Europeans.
Right.
I'm probably going too fast.
What can you do? What can this train do under its own steam?
It can do something like 120. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm nowhere. I need to hook up more bar then, or more wheel.
It'll theoretically do close to 120 even further out. You're just gonna waste a crap ton of steam doing it.
I heard a thump noise.
Were you going through the Y, the junction?
Yep.
Because I had the same. I think that curve is so sharp that the buffers do a dunk.
Thank goodness it was set the right way because I didn't even notice I was going through it.
Dude,
these are some small windows, man. You got to be on top of your game.
That's why I end up riding on the cab roof, which is why on all the skins that people have sent me that there's all sorts of memes on the cab roofs.
Oh. No, see, I can't do that. If I get out of the cab, the stupid tutorial window comes up and says, "Would you like to be shown around the controls?" And it's like, no,
Heist already showed me around 90% of them.
Yeah,
Forgot the critical one that ended up, blowing up my engine, but that was your fault, not my fault.
I'm gonna have to do it at some point, because every time for some... Okay, I blew up.
You blew up where I went, oh god, there's no water. Yeah. This is going well.
Was it a water? My engine is actually on fire. Oh, the alcohol cars are on fire. Oh, there's a chain reaction happening now. Oh, they're just burning down the road.
You're now meeting the boys. You've met the Explodey boys. They like to party.
It looks like it was a boiler explosion yet again.
Yeah, if your locomotive went Cthulhu, that is in fact a boiler explosion.
I'm gonna save this for future.
Gotta thumbnail that.
Apparently, dude, I swear I had tons of water. Like, I must have come down a hill, just like you said.
So that's the thing. Derail Valley scaled the water sloshing effect significantly to make it more gamey. And so right after that junction, it goes downhill pretty steep. And my water was pretty high entering there, and it went out the bottom. So just, carry a crap ton of water through there, and you'll be okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's actually a challenging. That's a very challenging start because you got to go uphill, so it's easier to prime, and then you get to that junction, immediately go downhill, and you're trying to pull through it. Like that's actually really tricky to operate through.
Yeah, I spawned in and there's literally no water in my glass.
It's fine.
I'm like just on the junction actually.
Well, I'm doing 90 across the flats right now.
Yeah, you're so far ahead. Wait, is my glass? No, my glass is empty.
It's hard to tell if it's full or empty half the time.
Yeah, it's pretty dark. Oh wait, there's lights in here.
I use the flashlight, honestly.
Wait, why do my cab lights not work?
It doesn't have a cab light.
Oh.
Unlike the SO60, which is the annoying thing.
Oh.
All right, I hit 100, and I've got a 70 coming up, so I'm just gonna slam on the emergency brake here.
My injector's full open. My fire's full damped.
All right.
Scroll up to dampen the fire, right?
Scroll, yes, up to dampen it, yes.
Okay, I got water in the bottom of my glass again.
God, I just hit that curve that was a 70, and I entered the start of the spiral doing like 100, and I had 2 bar of brake set on, and we just slammed it. That was great. Great train handling. It's fine. The booze doesn't complain.
I can't believe I didn't check the injector.
That's twice now on both ends of the ball.
You understand, when you start driving these trains, like, you understand why they had a multi-person crew.
Yeah, firing is its own job for a very specific reason.
Just keeping enough water in the boiler is a job in and of itself, regardless of trying to navigate the train down like the switches and stuff. Like it's
absolutely
crazy.
Yeah.
All right, got a lot of water. We're gonna just turn the injector on a little bit. We're gonna bring this back closer to mid. Blast the cylinder cocks for a sec. Make sure. Okay, we're good. Gonna turn off that. Gonna turn off the injector. Got lots of water. These can be closed. Crank off the damper.
All right, I'm blitzing through the steel mill right now. And it looks like I'm lined all the way through.
All right, I'm back on track. I'm coasting.
My fire temp gauge is pegged. I'm doing almost 80 through the steel mill right now.
Damper, fire damper, if you scroll down, it's off and you're getting full fire, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
The damper is open that way.
Yeah. All right, I'm just trying to build fire pressure right now. I got a little bit too much water in my class.
Oh god, that little chicane might kill me.
Do a little bit of blowdown.
Oh lord.
There we go. Turn that off. Perfect.
That was spicy through there.
Going the right way. Excellent.
Oh god, I've been running with my blower wide open this whole time. That's idiotic. Oops.
Wait, like your actual like?
My actual blower, yeah.
You didn't notice the giant plume of steam coming
No,
out the side?
I'm running with the like I'm exhausting, so it's so much louder and it makes the big plume. Like not the blow down, the blower.
Oh, the blower. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, inside the right.
I'm gonna put the lantern down and try and light it.
All right, we're good. Luckily, all these switches have been set for me because honestly, I've missed every single one of them. I legitimately haven't seen a single switch as I've been going by. Like, I need to get on the roof, like you said. You gotta be
Dude,
riding on the roof.
It's the place to ride. I'm telling you.
No, I don't want to be showing around the controls of this locomotive. Stop showing me it! I really needed. I should have done that before we started. It's okay.
It's fine. Your first time.
Right.
S282.
I love this, dude. I'm getting the hang of this now. I'm starting to feel it.
Dude, it's such a neat engine. I mean, it basically plays like the S060, but it's a lot bigger, a lot more powerful. It's more powerful than everything except the DE6. But even then, like, with the way the Steam Sim is, you can get out of some situations that the DE6 would stall in. So, like, it's pretty competitive.
Right. I'm doing 80 now. I'm about to hit the steel big straight, so I'm just going to open her wide up. I got the bar full open. Got full steam. I don't need the blower because we're drafting hard. So we're just going to shovel more coal in the hole. Perfect. And then
do not like where my water is.
I've got my reverser like one notch above center.
That's a pretty happy place to be.
And then just full throttle.
Yeah, run with the reverser and until you go downhill, or you no longer need the power.
Dude, this is sick. This is good engine.
Coming up to the next junction here. There's a big hill after the steel mill, so be ready for that.
Big hill up.
Yeah, big hill up. Yep.
Let me make sure I keep my injector happy.
I'm running on 9 bar right now, and it is not ideal, but, you know,
I'm running on about 11 bar.
We're surviving.
My fire temp's too low.
Yeah, get coal in the hole, man. If you want to see that thing bright orange.
In the hole. How do I get the fire hotter? Just blower it?
You shouldn't need the blower. Although the blower might be the way you get to true max temp, I'm not sure.
Oh wait, I lied. My fire's at max temp, LOL.
The fire temp's pinned.
I was looking at the meter and I thought it was the other, like the wrong hand of the meter. I was like, why am I at 400? No, it's pinned at 12.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Never mind. I was. Whoops. That was my bad.
I was gonna say it should be able to maintain that. So. Oh, now I've got a full sight glass. Okay.
Okay. So the one thing that you don't get with the 060, this is a spicy corner for me. We're all right. The one thing you don't get with the 060, which you obviously get with this engine because it's tendered, is, to me, it seems like when you're going at speed, the gap between the tender and the locomotive is a terrifying place.
It is a very terrifying place. Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
Like, if you're going slow, it's whatever, but, like, that seems like the worst pinch point.
It goes all over the place, and you really don't want to stand there. I was riding on an engine over some pretty shoddy track, if I'm going to be honest, and I'll leave the specific name of the engine out of the comments to not smear anyone, but I was riding in an engine, and we went over this gap in the track, and I was standing on the plate attached to the engine, the deck plate. And we went down, the engine went down so far and mismatched so far compared to the tender that I almost broke my foot because the cab pinched down on my boot because it mismatched. Like, the engine must have sunk at least a foot in such a short span. And it was like, it hurt so bad. I, honest to God, thought I broke every bone in my foot right when it happened. Thankfully, I didn't break anything, but that was one of the most painful things I've experienced recently. Not at the museum, by the way. At the museum, we deal with the other flavor of scary, which is going around curves, and on the inside, on 491, on the inside of the curve, the tender and the cab get so close together that some people can't fit through the gap. Walking normally, you could shimmy through it, sideways. Pretty much anyone could do that unless you were rather large. But then on the outside, you get a gap between the deck plate and then the tender. Like, the apron sticks out and makes a huge gap. So it's like, we always tell people, if you're riding in the cab, both feet on the apron, which is the bit that attaches to the engine, because you might get pinched on the tender. You might find that there is nothing below you if you're trying to step around. So you really have to be cognizant of where you are.
And, it's surprising, but a tender that weighs a few, 100 tons, or 50 tons or whatever will crush anything.
Yeah, they're not fans of flesh, these things.
No. They don't really have a lot of give for some reason.
We love our engines. Like, we make jokes about them. We've given them nicknames. 491, Peaches, 20, the Angry Elf, and 346, Grandma. And we joke about them being, like, cuddly and fun and having personalities. But they are cold, hard pieces of steel that will kill you if you do not treat them properly. And if you look at them funny. Like, you have to treat them with utmost respect. And that is what I love about video games like Derail Valley, where you can just be cavalier and just not care and just highball, blow stuff up, and have no consequences, because you have to be so with it. You have to be so on in the moment when you actually work on these engines, because they'll kill you. I mean, they really will, and they have, and they will again. Like, that is an altruism of railroading. It's an inherently dangerous thing because of how heavy everything is.
I just got the switch now.
Which switch?
The one after the steel mill that turns left to go towards, like, the one right in line with FM. The farm,
gotcha, the farm. Oh God, please brakes, please brakes, please brakes, please brakes! Okay, that was fine. I came upon a 4 while I was doing 7.
No! Okay, another left hand.
Where's my water? Oh, it's all the way at the top again.
Dude, I'm doing great, man. I'm cruising at 80.
Not for long, you're not, but
I'm cruising at 80 right now. Like, I got speed. I'm doing like 20 over the speed limit everywhere I go. I was at 100 there was a point in time where I was doing over 100 with this train on that steel mill stretch.
That's spicy, man. I didn't get mine over 100. I got close, but not over.
It's not. I think it was over 100. If it wasn't 100, it was like 99. It was crazy high. I'm sure someone in the comments could be like, actually, Con, you were doing like 40. Like, that scene in Talladega Nights.
I think you're doing 26 miles an hour.
26 miles.
What are those the other cars?
What was that?
Yeah. I love that movie.
Yeah, that was me for a second there, but no, I'm doing great. Like, I'm probably way behind you.
You're actually probably catching up somewhat. I was gonna joke earlier, if you messed up again, that I was gonna see if I could run a job from the harbor back to the food factory before you got done, but
I'm cruising. I got 14 bar of pressure. I'm blowing my safety. I'm 1 notch above on the reverser. I got my throttle wide open.
That's clean living.
I'm at 90, 85-ish.
I gotta say, it sounds like you managed your fire better than I did, because I just traded it all for speed. I haven't been above like 11 bar in ever.
Just wide open, like full all the time. It's just full all the time.
Well, that's not necessarily efficient, but it's fine.
My engine just blew up again.
Did it really?
God dang it.
Watch the water glass. Look at the signs.
Oh, was it the classic?
The signs. They tell you. If it blows up, you're out of water.
Dude, like, when this train explodes, it like, with all the alcohol, it explodes phenomenally.
It's
everything.
The fireworks are on Khan's POV, everyone. So go watch Khan's POV.
I'm gonna save it again, and I'm gonna load. God dang it, dude! I was cruising. I was having a great time. Okay, so this is the one thing with Derail Valley. It's like you said, to make it gamey. It consumes water way faster than a real train would.
It does, and it's the slosh effect because you got to the top of the hill and it leveled off.
Right. So like the water consumption is, oh, perfect. The save. Oh my God, my safety save is amazing. My safety save, like not my safety save, but the auto save. My train is connected but derailed but not exploded, so it's all just on its side on the ground.
That is hilarious.
Go back one more save. Oh my God, dude, I can't believe I blew up there. I was cruising. I was doing so good. I was like 95K. Life was good. We were having a great time. We were drinking whiskey.
And then it smelled like Kenosha.
And then
or Kenosha, like as people say in the comments.
God dang it, dude. I was doing this engine. The sight glass is just too small. That's the issue, you know?
You need more for the amount of variance it has.
Yeah.
Feels like it. Small.
Can't see what's happening. All right, we gotta go full speed. We gotta build up again. God dang it, dude. I had a chance there. I was catching up, I felt. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right.
I'm cruising down on the approach to the harbor. Actually, I haven't even looked and seen where the hell I'm supposed to go. Anyways, sorry, what was it?
It's because the injector is like, on this, one notch fills the sight glass. You know? Like,
right.
You can't just have it one notch.
Well, I mean, you don't have to have it all the way. It depends on how hard you're working it.
Right. No, but I mean, like, if I have it at one notch, it just automatically fills up to full.
Well, it depends on how hard you're working it, Con.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm not working it hard enough to consume enough water for it to...
Then just burst it.
Turn
it on, turn it off. Remember to use it. It's a control that you have to remember to use. That happens on the real thing. Like, the injectors on the real thing, you cannot find down right away. You have to start them full, and then you have to find them down slowly. And when you find them down, that you're not cooling them as much as you normally would, and the injectors don't like to work when they're hot. And spoilers, they're surrounded by a bunch of other hot stuff. So if you try and run them fine down the whole time, if you have a problem, you can get into big trouble with them, and then it's a huge, colossal pain to deal with. So yeah, it's a huge issue on the real thing.
So interestingly enough, it started me on the hill right after the steel mill.
Okay.
So I'm like chugging up this hill. But I put a bit of sand on, and then this thing's just a monster. Like,
dude, with sand, I mean, you can pull like 1,200 tons out of the harbor with this thing, dude. Up the hill.
Yeah, it doesn't care. It was just like, great. Like, where do you want to go?
It's a good choo-choo. 282 is such a ubiquitous, good wheel arrangement for a steam engine. Like, they're just good engines. I still think we should try the wheel arrangement mod and do some races with that.
Yeah, for sure. I want to try the big 440.
440, yeah. Dude, yeah. Huge drivers. I think they're
massive drivers.
They're scaled to be silly. Like 88-inch drivers or 84-inch drivers. They're like 7 foot or 7'4". They're huge. Yeah, that's goals.
All right. Not going to blow up any more heists. We're done with that. Going to watch my water. You know what it is? It's because with the 060, you could leave your injector full out, and you would never have an issue of filling your cylinders. Like, the water could be full on the boiler, and worst case, you'll lose a bit of pressure, but it wasn't the end of the world. But with this thing, if your water's full, it sucks right into the cylinders. Right.
Well, the thing with the 060 is you're always working the piss out of it. Like, it's always working hard, so it's always matching that injector output.
So it's always pulling the water no matter what.
Right. All right, well, I'm pulling into E8 inbound here, which is where my cut needs to go.
Of course you are.
At a scenic 29 minutes we've been recording, apparently. So 28-ish minutes total.
I would be a lot further on than I am, but, you know, stuff happened.
Things happen. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I can't believe I blew up for a second time, bro. Same reason, not enough water. I know. Remember,
it's always the same reason. That's how that works.
yeah, I know. I just got to remember to look over at the sight glass every so often. It's like when you're taking driver's ed and they tell you to check your mirrors every so often.
And you're like, what?
Yeah. It's the same thing. Just check your water every so often and make sure it's good, and then go back to driving.
How often should you check your water? Well, remember that there is a dude whose job is to check the water.
Yeah, that's his whole job.
Well, I mean, he also has to do a couple
coal
other things.
Put coal and check the water.
Yep, coal in the hole, check the water. Make sure you don't hit anything on the left side. 29 minutes on a bonus time of 52 minutes
okay,
for
but, like, realistically,
62,000 smackaroons.
Yeah, okay, so let's see if I beat you on the time. Oh, no, there's no way, because I have to, I reloaded a bunch of,
yeah,
like,
you reloaded, like, 3 times, so you had to restart moving 3 times.
Yeah, it's all the movement slowdown.
Yeah. I'm gonna go see if I can run up to the garage here.
All right. There we go, doing good. Water's full out. Bring that back, like there. Crank that down. I love how fast this locomotive can go, though. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, the speed feels really good when you get this thing cooking and you're playing violence with the speed limits. Because, like, most of the earlier engines, you can't do that. Like, DE2, like, really sharp curves. Okay, sure. DH4, kind of same thing. The DM3, like, you really can't. And the 060, you really can't. So it's like DE6 and the S282 are the only ones that are the speed champions.
Yeah, like it feels like I could actually take a corner, you know, at speed and not have issues, which is just wonderful.
Lead and trail truck, baby. That's the whole point.
All right, this is where I blew up last time.
Don't do it again.
No, I've got tons of water in the sight this time. I'm really watching my water like a hawk. This is why steam engines are so fun. I mean, terrifying in real life, but fun in this because there's so many pieces you have to manage just to get it to go. And then on top of that, you still have to navigate the stupid thing.
Right.
Like, you have to still remember where your switches are, check your map, know when you have to turn and when you don't. Like, where to slow down, where to speed up. Whereas with a diesel, it's like, oh, I'm slowing down, apply brakes. Oh, I'm blowing my blow off. Okay, I'm at 14 bar. Guess I can pull the throttle off. Going downhill. Don't need throttle. Nice. Okay, so if I have no throttle, I don't need injector then at all, right? Because the water's not going to change volume.
Oh my god. I got on this grade and the water just absolutely disappeared. I had more than a full glass.
But so the water, like, you're only going to lose water through the blow-off when your throttle's closed.
Yeah, blow down, or the safety, yeah, you will lose water through the safety. You will, like, ambiently just boil water. If you make pressure, you're losing water. That's how that works.
Right, but once your boiler reaches max pressure, it blows the steam out through the safety, and that's the water you're losing. It's just that amount of liquid.
Well, liquid water is gone once it becomes steam. So if you've increased pressure,
but, like, I'm saying, like it's a closed system with the exception of the safety valve.
Oh,
so
sure.
The only material that the only material loss you're going to get is the volume and steam coming out the safety valve.
Air compressor, and dynamo both burn a little bit as well.
Oh, okay. And
then based on
that,
I believe so. I would assume so with the way they've simmed everything else. I don't honestly know if they do or not. So shrug. But it's an interesting thing. So, like, your track might change as well. So if your track changes, then, you know, you might need the injector. You might not. But if you're going downhill, you got a full glass of water or whatever, like, that's pretty clean living. You can just kind of sit and enjoy the ride.
I'm just gonna stream my screen, heist.
Sure. Let me see what you're doing. I'm running up the stupidest hill in the game right now. But oh, kAN, that's you've had some challenges. Oh, you went the wrong way.
I need to go. This track is like an 80.
It's a 70, and the other one's a 40.
And the other one's like a 40.
Yeah, and so
I went. I needed to hit this switch, you see. And go right.
You went wee. Yeah, that's unfortunate, kAN.
I have more death saves than I think I have non-death saves this run.
That is impressive.
Yeah, it's See, that wasn't the good news. Is I had enough water, heist. I was managing.
You did not blow up the engine because you ran out of water.
I did not blow up the engine due to water. No.
You blew it up because you rolled it over and then exposed the ground sheet.
Yeah, then I exploded. Yeah, exactly.
First it turned inside out, and then it exploded.
This game needs multiplayer just so we can run an engine the proper way it's supposed to be run.
Right. A fire for kAN. There is a fun mode that I've always wanted to try out on a stream. It's a mod called the Remote Dispatcher mod, and it gives a website that connects to your game that has a map of the valley, and you can let people that have control of the website throw the switches.
Oh, that's cool.
And so you could have someone dispatch for you, which would be fun just as a thing, but I think it'd be hilarious on live streams. Just like, oh yeah, who controls the switches?
Having a whole group of people throwing switches
in front of me as they try to make it so that I can't complete a job. Basically, is how it would. That's what would end up happening for sure. But it'd be a lot of fun on the way there.
All right, we're just gonna get going here again. At least I got lots of pressure at this save. It's a good.
That's a nice thing.
Don't worry, Heist. One of these days, I will get to the destination.
Or the next day, or the next day, or the next day.
Dude, I was so close. Man, every time I pick up momentum, and then it's like I can't do my checks fast enough, you know? It's like check water, check this, check throttle, check fire.
And running fast in this game does that. It is so hard to do. Oh, I'm out of water in my tender tank.
I love this screw reverser.
It's cool.
So I've seen screw reversers where the screw is like here and you turn it this way, and then
those are the only ones that I've seen. I've never seen one like this actually. I'm sure it's a prototype. This would have to be like
a belt system that goes down and then hits a cog that then goes 90 degrees forward. That's what this
I would doubt it would be belts, but
well, how would you get from here down to like look, the shaft goes through there.
Right. Like I understand that, but I doubt they would use just for the amount of torque you'd need because valve gear is intrinsically like it's heavy.
You couldn't do it with
it's hard
a chain,
to move.
though? Like that's what I mean.
Yeah, chain.
Like
chain drive. Chain drive would actually absolutely work. I just heard belts and assumed that you meant a literal belt.
Yeah, no, not like a rubber.
Like,
it's not like a rubber. Like no. Yeah, no. It would be like a chain, like a bike or something. But that's what I mean. Like a chain and cog probably from there to there, and then it would go to a 90-degree axle that then goes. All right, I have this stupid turn coming up. Full bar there. That's Bang. Good. Hole in hole.
I've made it to Steve's garage.
Nice.
And I didn't even break my engine.
Is that the garage by the steel mill?
No, it's the one by the harbor. Up the ridiculous grade to the bottom right of the map that we talked about a little bit last time. We still need to do a race down.
All right, I need more water.
I'm gonna leave the slugs break.
I apologize, Heist, for dying multiple times. I honestly, I know people are probably thinking that like, oh, he just kills himself so he can get good thumbnails. And honestly, I wish that were true.
No.
One of these days,
he just dies because bad. It's okay.
Yeah, no. Like, I did great with the diesel mechanical, except for the fact that everyone told me I was supposed to pull the throttle off, and the grinding noise I heard during shifting wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, there's no clutch, kAN.
Yeah, so apparently you're supposed to take the throttle off to shift.
Yeah.
But, you know, once again, instructions unclear.
What is going on? Why didn't these couple?
Yeah, we're just... Okay, I gotta... There's a switch up here I gotta throw. And I cannot see...
Oh god, that's gonna be way too fast. Ow.
There it is.
Ow.
Come on. Okay, I threw it. Did I throw it? Can't tell. It looks thrown. It is thrown. And it is a 60 this way.
Yep, you're lying to the right.
Alright, I'm doing 80, but that's... Oh my god, did you see that, jerk? Jeez.
I did. That was a little violent, my friend.
That was a kink and a half. We're good. Perfect. All right. We're on the road again. Now this is all downhill, and I know that.
Yep, it's literally all downhill until the harbor. There's a brief stretch of flat, but it does not reverse grade at all, so...
Hey, Heist, would you like to be shown around the controls for this locomotive?
No, I don't think... Oh. How'd you... kAN! What did you hit? Oh, you hit that curve. You hit the 40 curve doing like 70, didn't you?
I hit the... you know what? I hit the curve at speed.
Yeah, see, I did that too. And then I hit the emergency brake?
You know, but I'm, you know, I didn't blow up. Look at, we're somehow.
It's the speed limit of 1, everybody.
We're still somehow doing okay here. Yeah, that's great. That's great, Heist. This is fantastic.
This is kAN's best episode yet, friends. I really should have. Had I known you were gonna bin it so many more times, I would have tried to pick up a return load.
You probably still have time, dude. You probably still have time.
I'm running down from Steve's garage, and I am out.
You probably still have time to get a return load, bro. This is insane.
I am out of water in my tender, so I'd have to go service.
I can't believe that, dude.
You're just nailing it today, bud.
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable.
kAN heard kAN heard the booze cruise and decided to take it literally, apparently.
I haven't used my brakes once. I've just been driving with the throttle and like the natural slowdown of stuff. Obviously, I have to use my brakes here.
This isn't Mario Kart, Mr. Canada.
I was just trying to hop and drift it, you know.
Oh my god.
Can we move? Can we move?
The S282 looks so dumb on these curves.
Let's go. Oh, does it overshoots the curve?
It overhangs so bad.
S282 though, that would be 2 blind drivers in the middle and then flange drivers on the outer edges.
You know, I don't think they modeled any blinds, and blinds are not that common.
Really?
Yeah, it's hard to see on this. Like, really, really big engines did, but most 282s actually had 4 flanges. In fact, our narrow gauge 282, 491, as big as it is, biggest engine on the Rio Grande narrow gauge. She doesn't have any blind.
Flanges.
Yeah, still 4 flanges. And so the older ones
track around then.
I mean, it might. It would throw the track that I'm running around. That's for sure. At the speeds I'm running around at least. I would not want to run down this track this fast.
All right. Where are we now? Oh, we're back here.
Is my sight glass still? My sight glass is still full. Yeah, DE6 Slug's handbrake is dead, but I've got a 5.5% grade to go down now, so here we go.
All right, I'm doing good. I'm doing good now, Heist. I'm doing great. I'm doing glorious.
You got this, bud. I believe in you.
I feel it. I'm feeling the speed. I can't believe I derailed there. Like it's okay. I remember when I get in the tunnel, I gotta slow down to like 40 coming out of the tunnel.
Yep, that's a sharp curve. And then there's another 40 that's gonna be coming up. Like you can get back up to I think 60, but there's like 50, 60, 70s, and then there's a 40 after the long bridge.
Yeah, I'm just literally gonna turn that off. I'm gonna dampen my fire completely. Gotta hit this switch. There we go, perfect. Dampened my fire, got no throttle, no reversers, put that true center, no throttle. Give it a little bit of independent brake.
You know, I could go service the engine and try to take a job out, but it looks like kAN's gonna make it. And
is it really bad to use the independent brake only and not the train brake? Like,
I mean, you're not gonna get much slowing. You're gonna heat up the brake shoes really bad, and it's awful train handling. But other than those things,
so basically, yes is the answer. Thank you very much. But
yeah.
like,
don't be scared of the self-lap or non-self-lapping air. Just put it in application. Put it in application, wait for the brake pipe to come down a little bit, and then put it in lap. And then you release it when you're done.
60 and a 40.
You haven't come off yet.
Okay, we're good.
I'm about to battering ram a train full of alcohol with a slug.
Yeah, it's gonna die.
That's a
judging
a
from
statement.
what happens when I blow up, you will probably blow up. Okay, we're good. This is just a nice coast now to the end. Gonna do a little bit of blowdown. There's a little bit of water.
Goodbye, Harbor. We hardly knew ye.
Okay. Nice, nice. We're doing good.
You know, the funny thing is my steam engine didn't blow up because it was on the other side of the slug. Some serious force.
Put it in. Okay.
I mean, that was emergency, but that's a strategy.
Wait, is that slap?
That's application. Oh, I thought you went all the way over. Okay.
No, I went up 2.
Okay, yeah, no, that's good. Yeah.
And now I lost too much because I went too far. I've had my sand on this whole time.
I mean, it helps you not lock up wheels. So if you went too far with the brakes, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, so you're going to go around this left-hander, and then there's going to be a bridge coming up in the distance. Can you see the bridge?
Yeah. I see the bridge.
After the bridge, you run for a little bit longer, and then there's a left-hand turn, and it goes into a sharp left-hand that's a 40 through the tunnel.
Okay.
So make sure you're down to 40 by the time you get there.
Yeah, we're doing 40 now. The rest of the distance here. We'd like to not explode.
I guess that whole speed thing's a bit of a moot point now.
Is that full water or empty water?
Use your flashlight. It's probably full. Left click to turn it on. No, that's empty. Con, that's empty. Put water in the boiler.
I turned my injector up full. Injector?
Please?
Injector, please.
Oh, is your tender empty? Did you burn through all your water? Go climb on top of the tender.
Knowing my luck, it probably is.
Yeah, go to the hatch at the back. Oh, Con.
Oh, no!
Well, you're already on the hill and you haven't blown up yet.
No, I do not.
You might.
Oh, no.
You know what, Con? What you should do? You should disconnect the locomotive from the cars. Close the brake pipe valves first, and then let the locomotive run away so that it'll just go blow up on its own self. That's the 40. Oh, yeah. Remember that? It didn't blow up. It didn't blow up yet.
Heist.
It's going to. I see.
Heist.
Which thumbnail are you going to use of the blown up wrecked train strewn all over God and everywhere, Con? You've got so many options.
Heist. I think I might have to throw in the towel on this one.
I don't know if you're ever gonna make it. If your water gets out.
What? How did I drain the tender so fast?
I don't know. Blowing the cylinder, recovering from blowing up once, twice, 3 times.
There, look at that. That's just great.
Your steam engine hasn't blown up yet, has it?
No.
It did. Oh, it did. He's dead.
Yeah,
mine still hasn't blown up. I haven't blown up mine at all this episode.
I think I might have to throw in the towel.
I think that is probably, in fact, as they say in the industry, GG's.
Yeah, I can't believe So I want to try that again. For the record.
We'll do another steam engine. Yeah.
Well, my issue was then I used too much throttle all the time. Was the issue.
You're wasting water somehow. Were you using too much throttle? Maybe. Were you not hooking up the reverse far enough when you should have? Maybe. Were you overcompensating with the injector because you had too big of a fire?
Not hooking up the reverse far enough, like not having it close enough to center?
As close to center as you possibly can. And if you always had it as close to center as you could have, it may have just been
one notch above center.
You may have just had too much fire, and you were trying to keep the pressure down with the water, which is not ideal.
Bad.
Yeah.
Right. So ideally, I wanna have the fire bring the pressure up. Keep the water at like halfway through the sight glass, and then before the pressure blows the safety, I want to pull the fire back with the damper.
So well, I mean, ideally you haven't even put the coal in, but
right.
If you're at that point, yeah, then you use the damper and then try to do that.
So ideally you keep the coal low enough so that your fire is not over pressurizing your boiler. And
yep,
boy, I would be really bad at running a real steam
There's
engine,
a lot of stuff that goes into it, and there's a reason that there's a lot of training and thought and time and qualifications that go into doing it, because it's a very complex system. But it's fun to watch you bin it, so this was a fun one.
I can't believe I ran out of water again. That's like twice now, where I got to get better with my water usage. I'm just not good enough. Well, let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm not reloading. That's a GG. There was no way. That's
GG's. Yeah.
I've been so much.
There was no way.
There really was not. Like the locomotive didn't even want to go into this tunnel either. It was like, nope.
I gave you positive. This is what you need to do. This is what's coming up, and you still went too fast.
Yeah, but you know, I blame the fact that it kept giving me the tutorial pop-ups.
That was a little difficult. Maybe you play the tutorial. Maybe it'll teach you something.
It's gonna show me the control. So
That's true. That's true. Well, thanks so much for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yep. Bye. Next time.
Yeah.